and welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. So we're going to go ahead and get into our special feature today, which is titled The Santa Con. And you can actually find this film streaming right now on Disney+. But first, let me tell y'all what this film is about. A con man's dirty deeds earn him a court-ordered stint as a departure store Santa, but his careless promise to a little boy prompts some soul searching and a desire to try to make the child's wish to reunite his strange parents come true. Friends, I just love this film. It was hilarious. It definitely put me in the mind of Christ with that whole forgiveness and being a new creature in him. Old things passed away, behold, all things are new. All that type of deal. That's what I got in this film, y'all. Because here we meet Nick, and Nick is just getting released from being incarcerated, and he is a con man, and he is a true con man at this point. I mean, the way that he can just manipulate people, that is how he ended up getting, in a position that he was in. And it seemed like at the beginning of this film that there's no way that this person is ever going to change. He's like stuck in his ways. That's how he's used to getting over on people, and it's almost like a sixth sense to him. It's something that he doesn't even have to think about. He just automatically just gets in this role no matter what he's doing. So for him to get out, and his sister ends up picking him up, and you could tell she's thinking like most people who have to go through something like this in real life. I mean, if you are picking up somebody who has a horrible past of manipulation and being just a con person, she is not pleased with her brother. She's thinking about the things that he's done in the past, and in her mind, she's thinking that he is still that same guy. Like, what did you do? Con your way out of prison or something? I mean, she just does not give him the benefit of the doubt, and we can understand it because the way that his character is at the beginning of this film is hilarious to watch. But at the same time, if you think about it in terms of reality, you're like, oh my goodness, Nick, come on, can you do better? Is there any truth in you whatsoever? I mean, and when he gets this job playing Santa Claus, you would think that this would, be something that, I mean, how are you going to get yourself in trouble playing Santa Claus? Taking pictures with kids, just listening to their little Christmas wishes, and they move on. But even in this state, he ends up getting himself into something. His sister overhears him promising a boy that he promised to get his parents back together for Christmas. And she's like, what in the world are you doing? Are you crazy? I mean, you're gonna have this kid waking up on Christmas morning with a broken heart. I mean, do you have any heart, Nick? Any heart? And I just love his sister, played by Melissa Joan Hart, in this film. I just really enjoy her character, the way that she was just on top of her brother Nick here. She just had her foot on his neck, and she was not letting loose. And I understood her. She wanted her brother to change, to be different, but at the same time, if anybody knew her brother, if anybody knew Nick, it was her. And we also get introduced here by Jaleel White, who is playing Paul. Yes, he's playing Paul in this film, and Paul is, he has been incarcerated with Nick as well. So they both have something in common. They're both kind of like best friends, but I think that Paul, once he gets out, he has a little bit more of a heart. He's not so much of a con man as Nick is. So it made sense why Paul connected more with Nick's sister in this film. But at the same time, we start to see little by little, I mean, Nick gets this visit from almost like this heavenly being in a sense, and it really caused him to just really think twice about his choices. Not only his choices that he's making in the present tense, but even his choices in the past. Like, how did he get to this point to be the kind of individual that he is? And you get to see slowly but surely Nick start to make different choices in life. And it takes a toll on him, his heart, and on all of those who are around him. And it's just amazing to see. You're going to love this ending, friends. I have to tell you, it was a delight. It's hilarious. You're going to be seeing some familiar faces here, especially if you are used to growing up in the 90s and all of that kind of stuff. You're going to love Melissa Joan Hart. You're going to love Jaleel White. They just have a chemistry here in this film that is much appreciated. But that is all I have to say about this film. Once again, it's called The Santa Con. You can find it streaming on Disney Plus. And we're going to go ahead and get into our scripture before we close out this video, which will be coming out of Proverbs chapter 28, verse 13. And it reads, "He who covers his sins will not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes them will have mercy." And sure enough, that's what Nick receives in this film. So that's all I have for you for this video. Until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.